Welcome back, everybody, to another delicious episode of N Chipz. I'm here with my co-host Kendall.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Kendall, what's going on? How you been? It's been about a week. How you doing?
Hi, same old, same old. Just been sitting here looking up news, like the new Nvidia cards that we'll be talking about later on.
Mm-hmm.
Trying out some demos of games that are going to be coming out. Like I
Sick.
tried out the Dio Field Chronicles demo. I tried out the Harvestella demo because that was available on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Gundam Evolution came out, the Gundam Overwatch like game. Played
Okay.
some of that.
Tight. So, what do you think of the? Oh, we'll get to that. I myself, I've just been working, putting up some posters on my walls that I've had lying around. More like art prints and things like that. But I'm trying to set up my wall in front of me, make it a little bit more fanciful. And just been working all the time. Other than that, that's been about it. Hopefully, trying to find some time in a game, finish up a few games that I have that I've been playing forever, so I can get to some of the games that I want to play. Um, but with that, Kendall, I guess let's move on to the news. So what do we got today?
All right. Well, since this
Mm-hmm.
literally happened the day after we did
Recording.
our,
Mm-hmm.
actually, technically 2 days after we did our last podcast, Nvidia came out and announced the next 4000 series of RTX cards.
Mm-hmm.
So during the show, they went through some basic stuff like there's new DLSS 3, which is going to make things more streamlined and it's going to be a much better upscaler. So basically, you get better visuals, better resolution without any of the performance hit,
Yeah.
to put it simply. And they revealed three different cards at three different price points. They revealed the RTX 4090,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to be $15.99 to start. The RTX 4080 16 gigabyte model, which is going to be $11.99 to start.
Mm-hmm.
And the RTX 4080 12 gigabyte model, which is going to be $8.99.
Oh, that's not bad.
It seems that way until you actually look closer at the spec sheets, and this is what a lot of people are kind of upset about with Nvidia on the
Okay.
whole thing. Because you have the two 4080 cards. You have the 16 gigabyte model, and then you have the 12 gigabyte model.
Okay.
Now, if say you're just looking at the box and you didn't do any research beforehand or whatever,
You'd probably go
you
for
see
what?
one, you,
16
you see
gigabyte?
one that's $1,200, and you see the other one that's $900, and the only difference is one has 16 gigabytes of memory, the other one's got 12 gigabytes of memory.
Okay, so you might go for the
But
12 and go say, hey, let me
so
take
you
that cheaper price, right?
exactly, but that's where you would be fucking up
Mm.
because the difference between the two is the 16 gigabyte
Mm-hmm.
4080 has 9,728 CUDA cores.
Ooh.
The 12 gigabyte model has 7,680. Almost, yeah, actually, yeah, no, over 2,000 CUDA cores less.
Huh, okay. Do they have that on the box, like clearly labeled or something, so
No.
you could, oh, so this would be something that when you walked into
So
the store, you had to already know kind of like what are you doing, or you would end up buying the
you'd be
lesser.
buying the wrong card.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you would be.
So what a lot of people are sitting there complaining about is why didn't they just call the 4080 12 gigabyte the 4070?
That makes
Because that
sense.
basically seems like what it is.
Yeah. Maybe they wanted to confuse people.
I mean, who knows? Apparently, EVGA is leaving the graphics card game, so
Yeah.
maybe what they were saying has a lot of merit to deal with Nvidia. Plus, Nvidia wants to do their whole mimic Apple Corporation and just have their own ecosystem kind of thing going on, and
Well,
slowly push out all their partners. Who knows?
yeah. I mean, pretty soon might be the instead of the 4080s and the 4090s and the TIs and stuff like that, they might just call them, you know, whatever the 40 series graphics cards, and then you have to figure out what it is, kind of like an iPhone, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just called, it's just the 14 or the 16 or the 17, and they just have a number, and you got to go in there and be like, well, I want the one that has this, 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 and this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it that much. I'll be honest. I prefer like it was before. You clearly knew which one you were buying by the name and stuff like that. It's look, it's confusing enough when you try to go find buy a CPU sometimes with these long ass fucking names that they've got, like Intel gives you. But
Mm-hmm.
why can't we just make things easy?
No,
Why?
because if you can confuse people, they'll eventually just be like, whatever, I'm just gonna pick this one.
See, but that's the thing, dude. If you give people options, they'll a lot of the time. Listen, being broke, I get it. You'll go for the cheaper one, no matter what. What's in your budget. But you've got a lot of enthusiasts that really spend money on these GPUs.
Mm-hmm.
Why not simplify it, make it real easy for them to know, so they can spend all their money on what they want, and they'll keep coming back because you do that instead of, like you said, confusing the shit out of everybody. That's not, doesn't make sense, man. Doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, because it seems like a lot of companies have switched over to the short-term gains
It's
model and
instead of
not
long
worrying
term.
about long-term.
Mm.
So
I don't know, man. Long term is high sustainability. You know what I mean?
exactly, but people want to make a quick buck and be done with it, so
Tr-
on and so forth.
True that.
But for those who are interested in getting any one of these three different
Mm-hmm.
cards, just make sure you do your research beforehand. Look at the spec sheets for the different 4080s if you're
Mm-hmm.
going for 4080, etc. Um, but the cards are going to be coming out October 12th, so it's just around the corner. It's less than a month away.
Now, are we gonna have the same issue? I'm gonna ask right now. I don't know if you've heard anything through the grapevines and the stuff that while you've been researching. Are we gonna have the same issues that we did with the other cards, where availability was kind of short and everybody had to kind of keep running in and waiting in lines and fighting for cards?
Well, so far there haven't been any reports about supply issues,
Mm-hmm.
or so.
Things are looking
All
good.
things considering, maybe everything should be fine. Granted, when new things come out like this, you have to deal with the scalpers that are going to be trying to pick up the cards and reselling it. And then, but this time around, I think people are more in line with waiting, especially because of all the negative publicity that's going around with
Mm-hmm.
Nvidia as of recently. Like, this whole thing with between the two different models of 4080s.
Yeah.
Um, then you had EVGA being like, all right, you know what, we're done. Despite the fact, they've been doing GPUs with Nvidia for forever.
Yeah.
And so, and then not only that, but AMD's next generation of cards, the RDNA 3s, are going to be coming around,
Mm-hmm.
or should be getting announced sometime soon. So maybe people are going to wait to see what AMD has in store before they decide to jump on the RTX train. We'll see.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. That's crazy.
But here's hoping.
All right. Are you gonna be picking up one of these cards?
Nope. I have my 2080 Ti, and I Frankenstein the shit out of it to be water cooled with an
Oh
AIO.
yeah. Oh
So,
yeah. I remember. I remember you saying
so,
that.
so I am perfectly fine with for what it is. So I'm not worried about it. It's
I'm
fine.
I'm hoping some cards go down in price. Maybe something. Maybe I'll pick up a 2080 or something like that. Because I'm still on the. Is it 1980? No, 1080. No, what? 1080? 1080, yeah, 1080. I'm on the 1080. There we go. I was getting confused. I'm like, whose birthday is it again? No, I got a 1080 because I think I skipped the 20 series because I was like, oh, I'll just wait for the next series to come out.
And then 3000 came out, and then there was all the supply issues and so on and
Yes,
so forth.
because that's what
So,
exactly, and that's why I'm asking about the next one because I was like, dude, I was gonna pick up the 30s, but then I'm like, it's crazy, so that's why I'm like debating. Maybe 20s get cheap, super super cheap. I pick one up, or maybe I'll go for the 30s. But I don't know if I'm gonna do the 40 series
yeah.
right now.
Also, another thing I wanted to throw out, just as a last minute thing about the cards,
Ooh,
if you are planning on picking up, like, say, the 4090
mm-hmm.
or whatever, that card has about a 500-watt power draw from just the card alone.
Ooh.
So I would definitely look into getting
A
a
beefier power
very
supply.
high wattage power supply, possibly the latest ATX gen, which I think is ATX 3.
Mm. Then maybe I'll stick to the 30s.
So if you can get like a ATX 3.0
Mm-hmm.
power supply, maybe like 1,000 watts or more, if you're gonna be going for the 1490, I would definitely recommend that because of how much power it tries to pull. So
That's a lot.
yeah, it's getting pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie, 500 watts from just the power card or graphics card
Well,
alone.
I mean, if
So
you want more power, then it's going to cost you more power, right?
well, yeah, definitely hitting the upper limits of that. I don't know.
It
I
seems
don't know
like
how
it.
much how much the PSUs are going to be able to support. At least coming from the wall, like, are people going to have to start modifying their houses or apartments to have like industrial power delivery? Or
Well, I mean, you can always get those. Right now, you run what? Is it a 110 or a 220 volt? The ones that you use for welders and shit. Normally, it's just your garage that has it. You don't have to power one of those into your house. It's like a even stronger current.
yeah, see, modifying your house just to be able to run a enthusiast grade computer.
You're just gonna have solar panels for your computer.
I mean, hey, I bet someone's probably already done it.
You're like, what was that Tesla power bank in the wall for? Oh, you're like, just to run my computer, just for the computer,
I mean, hey, if it works, it
all
works.
right? So, Kendall, I see on our docket today, Street Fighter. This game has been really, really, really interesting me lately. Because it seems so different. At the same time, it's the same. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
It's like a clash between old generation and new generation.
right? And
It seems more like the old generation's kind of like on its way out, as in like Ryu, Ken, Chun Li, Blanca, Zangief.
mm-hmm,
All the original people that we probably all played
mm-hmm,
and know since like the Super Nintendo days.
yeah,
Or if you were one of those that went out to the arcade to play Championship Edition and so on
mm-hmm.
and so forth.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that and then you know what interests me? The character creation mode that seems to be in this new game, and I don't know, man. I guess I'm looking at it thinking way too highly of it, expecting like the world, but I might be disappointed. But it's really interesting me. I'll play him, but I'll skip him at the same time. This one, I think I might actually pick up. So what do you so far with the stuff that you've heard? What are you thinking?
Honestly, I am interested in it, and mainly it's because, well, I don't really play fighting games,
Yeah,
as like hardcore or anything like that of the sort as much anymore. Like, I'll still play against friends and everything like that,
yeah,
but it's like I don't really do like the whole online ranked matches
mm,
thing and stuff like that. Whatever, and I still have my fight stick, so.
yeah, yeah. Dust it off. Dust it off.
But you know, I think they're trying to really work on having content for like the more casual player,
Mm,
and that's because of the whole new character customization thing that they're
mm-hmm.
doing, where you will be able to create your own avatar and you'll be able to customize it. And based on what they were showing off at Tokyo Game Show, looks like you'll be able to choose either a master or several masters and be able to like pick skills and learn skills from each of them and kind of like mix and match.
And that sounds amazing because making your own Frankenstein character with all the sick moves of all the other characters that you've always liked into one is really appealing. Like
Also,
Cammy,
I hope you can't do like some broken stuff. Like, imagine being able to have stretchy limbs of Dhalsim while being able to combine that with hurricane kicks and shoryukens and stuff.
that would be tight. That's see,
No, no, no,
that's
that wouldn't be tight.
that's
That'd be terrible.
that's what I'm saying. See, like that's where my head's going. That I'm like that would be the coolest thing ever. Listen, You look like Akuma. You got Cammy's old school bodysuit costume. Okay. You do Dalzim's stretchiness, and then Chung Li kicks, right? So the stretchy kicks, something like that. Boom, there's your character. Huh? What do you
Oh
think?
God.
What do you think, dude? All the way across the screen, you want to hide? I don't think so, dude. In the air, I got you.
So, but yeah, as of how it's gonna work, they didn't really go into much detail. Like you don't know, like we don't know if
Yeah,
they you get to pick like an anti-air from one, or if it has to be all from the same person, or whatever.
yeah.
But
Or maybe you just get one special move or something, and then you've got already generic moves. What I'm wondering with the character creation is how far can we go with the character creation part? What kind of moves do you get to pick? And is this going to be something that you're going to actually be able to fight other people with? You know what I mean? Like when you do like online ranked matches and things like that, do you get to take that character creation character out, or is it just strictly still the same thing? Like that's only for in game while you're doing your like
well, I
arcade
mean,
mode.
they have shown like when you go to the online hub or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and then the where they have like the arcade machine set up or whatever to play against other people, you still get to be your player avatar, like whatever avatar you made
Mm-hmm.
character. So, whether if you'll actually be able to play it against people, that remains to be seen. But at least you still get to be your character when you're walking around before the actual fighting.
Mm.
So,
Now this hub, is it like? Have you played Dragon Ball Fighters?
it basically it's kind of like that, and I think Guilty Gear had the same system, didn't they? Where they had the machine set up.
See, that's the thing. I didn't play Guilty Gear this last time. I think I only played it with you, like fighting against each other, but I never really actually took it online.
See, because Guilty Gear also had like this whole lobby system where
Mm,
it was pixelated,
yeah.
but like Guilty Gear Strive, it had a pixelated online lobby, but there was a bunch of stations. Basically, you go, you sit at a station, or you go to someone else's station who's already waiting to fight someone, and then you go like, okay, let's fight, and then basically you go into the
Oh,
match.
okay, okay. So it's almost like you get to pick who your opponent is.
But yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters is basically the same.
Kind of concept of thing.
Yeah, except instead of just walking out in the middle of the open or going to like an
Mm,
arena or whatever. Yeah, you actually have stations where you sit down and choose to fight people.
okay, that's interesting. So what other games have you demoed kind of right now that you want to bring out?
Let's see. I went through all of Harvest Stella. I
Was
completed the demo for that.
Okay. What did you think now that you finished the demo?
Okay, well, it has both its pros and its cons.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start off with one of my biggest gripes. First,
Not enough farms.
uh,
Got it.
no, the fact that there's basically non-existent voice acting in a $60 AAA publisher game.
Really? So it's just like the word scrolling through the bottom?
So basically, it's like you have your normal text or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then like if people say anything, it's usually just like quick worded quotes. Like say you go to like a general shop or a weapon shop or whatever, or you talk to like a named character or whatever, and they
Mm-hmm.
have like a quote that they'll say like based on whatever's going on event kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Or battle quotes. That's it. Like none of the cutscenes are voiced or anything like that. Um, when people talk, they don't actually say it. You just read it.
Oh, all
So, I
right.
mean, I don't see why there's no voice acting in it, but
You said for a
I mean,
$60
hey,
game?
yep. And it's made by Square Enix and published by Square Enix, and we all know Square Enix has money.
Oh yeah, they do.
So I don't know why they didn't add voice acting to the game. I mean, I know it's not like a staple because like Harvest Moon and Stardew Valley, and I haven't played Rune Factory, so I don't know if that's
Mm-hmm.
voiced or not. But the other games don't have voices either.
Mm-hmm.
But they were also smaller studios. and like indie developers. Like Stardew Valley was an indie developer, and it just blew up because of all the stuff they added to the game. But
Yeah.
that's one of my main gripes. Another gripe is time seems to go by a little too fast in the game,
Mm-hmm.
especially on the open world. Now, granted, I will say there's a caveat here because the demo is literally the first 15 days of the game,
Oh,
which,
okay.
which at the most you can do the first 2 chapters
Is
in those 15 days.
and I gotta ask, is
Which is
this one of those games also where after you beat the demo, if you get the game, the first 15 days that you did continue on, or do you have to start over?
no, you can transfer it over,
Oh, okay.
but like I said, the demo is only on the Switch. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're getting it on the Switch,
I see.
um,
Yeah, it makes it hard to transfer that over.
yeah. So, but time seems to go by a little too fast,
Mm-hmm.
especially on the overworld. But you can get mounts that you can use and ride on the overworld map,
Mm-hmm.
which is twice as fast as normal walking speed.
Oh, nice.
Which I actually tested by going from the one dungeon that you can do back to your house. I did it both on walking. Walking took 2 hours out of your day, while being mounted only took an hour out.
Oh, sick.
So, and after you buy the mount, then you can buy a special feed for it, which supposedly strengthens it. Now, I don't know whether or not that makes it faster because I haven't been able to do that.
Mm.
So, it's like, well, and I don't know if they're going to be unlocking more stuff. Like I said, it's only the beginning first 15 days. So you're kind of limited on all the stuff you can do.
Yeah.
You have a maximum of 29 plots of land that you can expand to,
Damn.
as in, like, you can plant 29 squares of seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a lot of collectible stuff that you can get around your farm area,
Mm-hmm.
which also looks like it can expand into other areas because there's areas where you can blow up walls with bombs, which wasn't in the demo, so I couldn't craft any bombs. You can repair bridges, which requires time and items. You can create shortcuts in the dungeon by repairing ladders,
Mm-hmm.
which doesn't actually take any items, but takes time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it seems to really kind of like make you stress out about time a lot, which a lot of people play like farming sim type games or whatever to relax, not stress out and be forced into a like time schedule kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's something else that could maybe be looked at in the future. The combat for the game is pretty basic. You can get by most of it by just spamming attack. There's not really any dodge skills as of yet, except for in the warrior class, you could get a step, which happens before you do your dash, which is kind of, I guess, like a mini dodge, but it doesn't really dodge very well.
Oh, shit.
So it's basically spammy when it comes to combat.
Mm-hmm.
All you do is basically because in the demo you get between 2 jobs. You have the fighter classes, which you start off with, until a certain part of the game in which they unlock the second class, which is the caster class, and you can switch between them. And they have a short cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
Although it feels like the cooldown is a little too long, I feel like it should be shorter. But you can also get. Did you ever play Final Fantasy X?
Final Fantasy X. Is that the
With
one?
the Sphere Grid or whatever? It had all the like different nodes.
Is that the one with the guy with a black shirt?
No.
Then
Well,
no.
technically, he's got like black overalls and a yellow shirt.
No, this would be the guys who ride in a Cadillac. I forget which one that is. You know, it's like the four
Oh no,
dudes.
that's 15.
Yeah, looking like BTS and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I played.
So, but basically, when you kill monsters, you get like job points
Mm-hmm.
that you can use to like level up and unlock skills and other stuff for that class.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the moment there was only 3 different trees that you could
Unlock.
unlock in the demo that you could actually like see physically. I don't know how many more beyond that they're going to expand to.
Mm-hmm.
Also, don't know how many classes are going to expand to because there was only 2 playable. It looks like it's going to be 4 based on the layout, but who knows? But overall, I would probably give it like a 5 or a 6 at the moment.
Okay. You think you're gonna pick it up, or was it just the
Uh,
demo?
Maybe I'll pick it up when it's on sale, or if you know, like I see like more of the later stuff
Mm-hmm.
that can be added. Because,
Okay.
like I said, at the beginning, it seems a little far too basic for me.
Yeah.
Um, I love the concept though. I like the whole mixing of the farming and the RPG. The
Mm-hmm.
story in the world seems great, but it's like it's missing the voice acting, which I think is a huge thing for especially like RPG games nowadays.
Yeah.
Um, and then the whole stressing about time.
Mm-hmm. Take a little bit of that out, and
Maybe
then they got you.
so maybe if like later like there's upgrades that hey you don't have to stress out about time as much
Maybe.
or whatever.
Especially if you start speeding up like the mounts and things like that, where it takes less time, and yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kendall, I heard you played a game that I've been wanting to play. That I'm
Oh yeah,
excited
which
to
one's
get.
that one?
You know which one it is. You know what time it is. Giant mechas, baby.
Ah yes, Gundam Evolution.
All right, you played it. I've been thinking about getting it on Steam just to play it. Uh,
Oh, did they not add it to the PlayStation Store or
I
whatever,
I
or did
don't
you not have time to check?
I haven't had time to check, but if I'm not mistaken, I don't think it comes out till November on other stuff. I think as of right now, it's only on Steam.
Oh yeah, can't get it on PlayStation yet.
Yeah. From what I hear, it's November 11th or 22nd or somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it's sometime in November. We'll get the date for you, but that's the time you'll get it on console. PC has it though now, and I gotta ask. All right, before I get real disappointed and you start coming out with some nasty stuff, what did you think? What are the pros? What are the cons? What do you think? I still gotta get my hands on it. I know I would have a like, real biased way of doing it because I do like Gundam,
Mm-hmm.
and I did originally like Overwatch. I don't play it now, but there was a time I was playing it a lot. Uh, then they started changing some of the specials and some of the stuff on the characters, and I wasn't feeling it too much. But Kendall, what do you think?
Well, for the most part, I'm actually enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like Overwatch, except for with Gundam mechs. So, the one of the things I will say in the beginning is not all of the mechs are unlocked from the get go.
Okay.
Um, you could either pay to unlock them, or you can unlock them over time using like free currency from leveling up and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's also, I would say, none of the Gundams that I would originally like to use, except for Exia, who is locked.
X is locked also.
Yep, Exia is one of the ones that isn't unlocked from the get go. So,
Mm. Have you unlocked X yet?
nope, not yet. I haven't unlocked anything yet. But mostly, I've been playing as Gun Tank,
Oh, okay.
and yeah,
Really, the one that has like the upper torso of a Gundam and the bottom part of a tank.
yeah,
Nice.
Gun Tank. He's actually really cool. I think of him as kind of like a mix between Bastion and Junkrat.
Oh, really?
Yep, that's Gun Tank.
Oh, that's freaking tight, dude. I used to play Bastion all the time. Now I'm excited. I'm like, ooh.
Basically, he's got like a widespread like turret mode or whatever, where
Mm-hmm.
it's like it is just normal fire. Then you can do like a focused one by holding right click, which will slightly increase your range of fire, but it's it makes it single target fire instead, so it's not like wide spray.
Yeah.
And then his ultimate, you launch like an exploding ship that you can control, kind of like Junkrat's exploding tire,
Yeah.
but you fly it around and then
You
explode
can.
it on people.
Okay, that's cool. So when you take out an enemy, they die and then go back to the respawn and come back, or are they just completely out of the game?
It's like Overwatch in the fact that once they die, they respawn after like
I
6
said,
or 7
yeah.
seconds. A set amount of time basically. And then you have different game modes, like you have capture the point, you have domination, you have basically you plant a bomb
Mm-hmm.
and you try to just blow up targets
Okay.
and stuff like that. Those are the basic 3 game modes. Um, when one team goes as far as they can or whatever, it switches sides, and then if you could either go further or do it faster, the other team wins.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds tight. I like it already. I like it already. Now, you think there's a large selection of Gundams or no?
At the moment, let's see. I wouldn't say there's a lot,
Mm.
especially since like I think it's like 5 of them that are unlocked at the start. So there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 different mechs
Damn,
to choose from at
that's
the
a
start.
lot. That's a lot. Do they have
And then some are close range, aka melee, some
mm,
are mid range, and then of course you have your long range like the sniper, you have your support units like Methus, who's basically like Mercy, but you don't have to
like
like you don't have to sit there and just like
heal them from
constantly
close?
constantly spray them. Basically, he attaches a cable to them,
Oh, okay.
and it basically like links you up and repairs them over time and revives them if they're disabled.
No, that's cool. Do you have are there like okay? Because you know how in Overwatch you'd buy loot boxes and it would give you like new skins and stuff like that. Do they have something like that yet, or is this just the game itself?
Um, I don't know if you can buy it because I haven't looked, but they do have something similar. But they're like tickets,
Mm.
and I got a few tickets from like just doing like some of the daily like weekly challenges or whatever that pop up or and stuff like that. So which will unlock skins, weapon charms, or stuff like that.
Okay. Uh, so when you're flying the Gundams, do you have pilots like that you get to pick too, or is it just the Gundam itself?
No, it's just the Gundam.
Okay.
You can chase the voice of the pilot if you want to.
Oh.
I
Okay.
think they have like 8 different pilots, 4 male,
Mm-hmm.
4 female.
Okay. Cool. No Burning Gundam or God Gundam, as they would call them.
Burning Gundam? No. I mean, there's Unicorn,
Mm-hmm.
Exia,
Mm-hmm.
GM,
Mm-hmm.
Turne,
Okay.
Barbados,
Okay, those are cool.
the original Gundam,
Oh, they are 72.
78 too.
Yeah.
And then, you have the extra mechs,
Mm-hmm.
including some of like special ones like Pale Rider. You
Mm-hmm.
have Zaku's,
Mm-hmm.
Zabis,
Mm-hmm.
Dom Troopers, aka gun tanks.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but apparently Zaku 2 Melee is also one of the ones that are locked behind
Mm.
the paywall.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I mean, look, sounds good. Promising. I'll tell you that to a Gundam fan, sounds promising. I'm excited. Can't wait to see certain people out there from other
One
series.
thing I definitely want them to do is I need them to add either Gundam
Mm-hmm.
Wing,
Okay.
Epion, Death
Yes.
Scythe,
Yeah.
Heavy Arms,
Sure.
basically all the Gundam Wings ones.
Right.
Uh, Maybe if they add some more from Gundam 00,
Okay. Yes. I like that.
namely Hallelujah, I think he'd be a fun like
Oh, Hallelujah Half System or
speed.
whatever.
Yep. or lock on shadows, because I think there's only technically the one actual sniper.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, there's some that have like longer range abilities and can like shoot from longer range,
Hmm.
but technically the GM sniper is like the only actual sniper
You know
sniper.
what? Honestly, that you have a point. Like, why didn't they have him on there? He's a full on. That's his thing. He's a full on sniper.
Yeah. So,
All right. Yeah, you're right. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, well, that would have been the perfect fucking Widowmaker thing right there.
but then again, it's like there's so many different mechs from across
Yeah.
many different Gundam series that they can add over time, as long as obviously it takes off and
Hmm.
people sit there and play the game and make purchases and stuff like that.
Yeah.
More than likely, then they'll be able to add more content later down the line.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, I think I'm down to play it for a while, see what's going on.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm personally enjoying it. I play a few games here, a few games
Oh,
there.
all right. Let me ask. Are they gonna have? Do you have to make an account, I don't know, like a Bandai account or some kind of account to keep your information? Because I'm wondering, will I be able to, like, if I start playing it right now on Steam, will I then be able to transfer that information to, like, PlayStation or whatever? Like, you know what I mean? Like link your account.
I don't know if it's like actually a full on Bandai account, but
Mm-hmm.
they do have you make like a pilot name or whatever that's completely different than your Steam name or whatever at the moment,
Yeah.
and it's its own like my friends list from Steam doesn't translate over to Gundam Evolution. Like I had to add a
Your friend.
friend to play with them,
Yeah.
so it's a separate thing.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm just wondering because if I start playing here and you start collecting and getting, does that mean I'm gonna have to restart my whole thing as soon as it comes on PlayStation?
So hold on, I'm actually logging into it to see if
Uh,
there's like link button or import export button kind of
yeah.
thing. Because while you don't actually make like a full on account or whatever, like I said, they do have you make a pilot name that you choose from, and you make your own friends list from there
Okay.
that isn't connected to Steam, the platform. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the same when it comes out on PlayStation or not, or Xbox.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. I guess we'll have to wait on that one. See what ends up happening, but if they do have that, I'm gonna be excited. I think I might check it out on Steam, just a casual game or two, just to get an idea of what's going on. I'm gonna have to get
Yeah.
it one of these days. But Kendall, any other games you're demoing right now that you wanna hit us up with?
Um, I talked about Warlong Fallen Dynasty the last time, right?
Maybe.
Which was the Neo-like game,
Oh yes, because
Neo Dark Souls game.
I think you said it was created by the same people. I think you said you were checking it out.
Yep.
What is it, 10 out of 10 or what?
So far, so good. And the attacks feel a lot more weightier.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not confusing as like normal Neo, because Neo has like a lot, like 10 different stats or whatever. This just simplifies it down to 5.
Mm. Did you ever beat
So,
Neo?
Neo 2.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't remember if I did or not.
I remember getting it. I think I want to say PlayStation gave it for free on one of its months because I want to
Hmm.
say I have it. I don't think I bought it, but I had it and I played it for a while. I don't think I beat it though. I don't think I did. Hmm. I don't know. Any other big news, Kendall?
Let's see. RE4 remake is going to actually be coming to PS4 as well
Oh, really?
as PS5. Yep, it was announced during Tokyo Game Show
Okay.
that they are actually going to be releasing it as well for PS4 on top of PS5
Are
and
you
Xbox
are you gonna be
consoles.
doing speed runs on those too? I know you were doing speed runs on, was it two?
Yep.
Two.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I might be lazy. I might not. It depends on how I feel like. Because I also did 3 a couple times,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like 2 was more fun than 3.
Okay.
So I did that one for a lot longer.
Did you
I
did
don't know
you
how.
did you also speedrun like the newest one? What was it, like Village or something like that?
Nope, that one was not me. I mean, I did that on like my own
Yeah.
kind of thing because they had the speed challenges, like beat it in a certain amount of time or
Oh
whatever
yes,
to unlock these kind of
that's what it
things.
was. That's what it was. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I didn't actually like speed run.
Ah, okay.
Um, Speaking of Resident Evil Village, though, the DLC will actually be saying goodbye to the Winters family. So Ethan Winters, Mia Winters, and their daughter Rose will, be gone eventually.
Like they're gonna die off, or like they're just gonna walk into the sunset?
Uh, don't know exactly, but it's like apparently the Shadows of Rose story DLC will mark the final chapter of the Winters' time in the franchise,
Oh wow. Okay.
according to the developers. So this will be the last time we deal with the Winters. Is whatever happens in this DLC will be the end of it.
Hmm. That is crazy. Didn't see it coming.
Yakuza, like, well, because you know how Yakuza is called like a dragon in
Yeah.
Japan, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think it's in America they changed it because it was. Yeah. I mean, so one or the other. One or the other.
So basically, Yakuza is going back to being like a dragon,
Mm-hmm.
and revealed 3 new games for 2023 and beyond that.
Yeah. One of them is
So
Ishi, right? Or no, was it Ishi?
Ishin,
Ishin. There you go. Ishin. Which I'm excited because it's a remake of a game that came out a long time ago during the original Yakuza run that we had. Because and like when they changed the name right now to Like a Dragon,
mm-hmm.
a new character popped up. So you lost out. Kiryu's gone. Kazuma Kiryu's gone, and then it's the new character. And when they did the Ishin one, it was during that time with Kazuma. Because a lot of the characters you see in Ishin, even though they're samurais, they look like the characters that were in the original Yakuza run.
Funny that you mentioned Kazuma because apparently one of the games they announced is going to be a spin-off with Kazuma Kiryu.
Really, what game's that? Old
They
man
didn't say;
winner.
they just said spin-off.
Now I had heard.
But it will connect to you 6 and 8.
Ooh, interesting. I did hear something about Kazuma and the new guy like meeting up or something. So maybe that's that game.
So, and for those who are worried about the series going full on turn-based, apparently the combat style can change depending on each individual game story.
Ooh, I heard about that. Yeah, because dude, this new style, wild. It's have you played it yet? I know they had it for free on the
Yeah.
PlayStation monthly thing.
Uh, Here, actually, I have my PS4 copy of it right here. See?
Oh, you actually have a copy of it. Tight. Oh,
Yeah.
so you played it. Kind of weird system, right? Where you almost like cosplay as like it's like
I
RPG
mean,
style. I don't know how to explain it. Like you can actually pick classes. It's weird because when you were used to the other one, it was kind of like a beat 'em up game. You would just kind of walk
yeah.
up randomly and fight.
See, for like normal fans of the series or whatever, it's weird for me. This is just like home kind of shit for me
No,
because like for me, it's like RPGs and like switching job classes and stuff like that. That shit's my jam. So
yeah,
this
no,
game was like home for me.
no. It was cool, but it feels a little weird in the sense of like you still feel like you have that beat 'em up
This
style.
book too. So pretty.
Like it's still like beat 'em up style, but like with classes. I don't know how to explain it. Like it just feels a little.
I
It's
mean, obviously, like it has the whole fantasy
yeah.
theme, aesthetic. Where you have like the different classes or whatever.
Mm.
But it's like the beatdowns are still the same as like the
Yes.
trademark Yakuza stuff.
Yes. Okay.
Whatever,
That's
like all the attacks are like crazy, over the top,
you still
beating
hit.
people with
Yeah.
chairs kind of thing.
Yes. Yes.
or like you know you have the homeless dude that's using like bird feed or whatever to have the
Yes.
birds attack people kind of thing.
Yeah, it's still those
So
things. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's still those moves. Like, all of a sudden, it's called something fanciful now, but it's still you like throwing a drop kick at somebody or something. Like a flying kick,
hmm
but it's something like like whatever, like magical spray something, and then next thing you know, he's still using pepper spray or something, and you're like, what? So a little bit of it is like, oh yeah, the fantasy element of like the RPG kind of like game where you have your team, but at the same time, it's still like the old beat 'em up brawler stuff that you're like, wait, what am I? What? So but it's fun though. I do like it. It is fun, and it's still just like a Yakuza game, hard as shit sometimes. And
hmm
and the cutscenes are long as hell. I hope you've got popcorn and you can sit down. But I mean that's the beauty of these games. The stories are really good. I
And then
think
you still have those crazy ass mini games too, like collecting cans from the home, like with the homeless people mini
yes.
game.
Uh,
There was the go kart mini game.
there was a the go kart where you were yeah. I played it once. I haven't gone back. And then there was that one where you got the kimchi and you were going around giving everybody kimchi.
hmm
And then all of a sudden, he's like, "Hey, man, here, take some kimchi for yourself." Then there's like one quest where you can make smarter or whatever because you go to a place and you take tests.
It's okay.
Yeah, those are. I mean, those are all trademark like Yakuza stuff. It's nice that they didn't change it, but these games are always a little different. I will say that. Like that's why it's not surprising that this happened in this game. Everyone's a little different. I want to say in one of the last Yakuzas, when it was still I think Yakuza, uh, you had gang wars or something or turf wars with people, and you had to pick and choose. Oh, just like this one has those business mini games where you're
hmm
you're like the chairman and you're trying to like get new investors and shit, but you have a chicken on your team or a rooster. I mean, so still, yeah, like when you take over the candy shop, right? And they let you go, like you have to pick workers for it. One of them is that
Oh
rooster
yeah,
mask.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah.
yeah. So you can still have that rooster mascot on your little squad team out there talking to the investors. So that's what I'm saying. Like even though you still go like, oh, it's a little different. It still has all the same stuff that it's always had. Where you're just like, yeah, that's there.
hmm
But it's a solid game. I'm hoping to finish it today. Probably not. It's so long. Like the cutscenes are so long, but the story's really good. I do say that. If you
I
play
need to
like
go back and play it again.
if you play like Uncharted or you play some of those games, have you played all the other ones?
No.
Dude, you can
I
buy
mean,
the.
I have some of them on Steam or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
I just haven't gotten around to actually like playing them.
Yeah, because I was gonna say sometimes they have them on sale where you can get like a bunch of them together. They're pretty
Yeah,
good.
because I have Yakuza 0, Kiwami, and Kiwami 2 on Steam.
I would start with Zero. I didn't play Zero first. I played the Kiwami ones are the what remakes of the original ones, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think I want to say I played 1 and 2, and then I can't remember which one it was because Zero came out later. But Zero, if you can start off with
It's
Zero,
technically the prequel.
yeah, I would start off with Zero because it makes a lot more sense as you keep going down. And they're still good, dude. They're solid games. I mean
hmm
because of the story. The story is great. The beat 'em up aspect is cool. It gets you through the game, but the storylines on those are really good. And then they have good music too. But enough about Yakuza. I can keep talking about that for hours on end. What else you got?
All right, this is only the biggest news ever in the history of ever any video game ever being announced
Okay,
for coming to a console video game ever.
Sesame Street Live. Got it.
Deathloop is coming to Xbox.
Yo, shout out to everybody. If you didn't think you could die looping, you can now on the Xbox. I got.
Yep.
Have you played that?
So,
Have you played that game? Was it good? Was it
nope,
bad? Was it? I mean,
haven't touched it. I was annoyed by how many times they kept talking about it for like every state of play. Before it came out, like taking 5 to 10 minutes every single time, showing the same trailer
I
with the
mean,
same talking points.
I gotta check it out just to make sure that it's either a good or bad game. But I don't want to pay full price for it. I'm waiting for a sale or something.
I would just wait until they add it to PlayStation Plus because they're going to at some point.
Yeah, and then I can loop around in death.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
So anyway, with the real announcement I was talking about, uh, did you ever play like a crap ton of RPGs back on the PlayStation, the original PlayStation? I mean, I know you played like Xenosaga on PS2 and everything like that, but
Yeah.
did you play anything before then?
I don't think I played too many RPGs in the PS1 days. I don't. Well, one, I didn't have a PS1. Let's start with there. My friends did, so I'd had to play with them. But I mean, I don't think so. Was Resident Evil on the PS1?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, then I probably played that one.
Okay. Well, one of the most legendary RPG series is gonna be coming back and getting a remaster.
Hold on. Okay, legendary would be since you said Xenosaga, Xenogears.
No, I
Oh,
wish. Believe me, I wish.
oh, okay. I thought that's what you were going with. I was like, yo, excitement of the year. I'm sorry. Okay. Abe's Oddworld.
I said RPG, motherfucker.
Okay, okay. I'm just trying.
Abe's Odyssey. Technically, that already came out like last year. Or
Earthworm
maybe it was earlier this year.
Earthworm Jim original game was great. They should do a remake.
Suikoden 1 and 2 Remaster Collection is going to be
Oh, okay. I never played those. Are they good?
the legendary for a reason.
Look, you said legendary, but I mean, what the hell, legendary? I don't
Well,
know.
like for those that played RPG games like back on the PlayStation days,
Yeah.
Suikoden and Suikoden 2, which this is kind of like goes back to like the whole like Konami drama because these were made by Konami.
Mm-hmm.
And then, there was all the Konami drama, and then Konami's like, well, fine, we're not going to make video games anymore.
Oh, so this is what caused it?
No, that was, what's it called? Hideo Kojima and all the Metal
Oh,
Gear Solid drama, or whatever, right? But
that
Suikoden
part.
1 and 2 are getting an HD remaster that's going to be coming out sometime in 2023,
Well,
I want to say.
now I'm gonna have to check them out and see if they are legendary.
Yep, and it's literally coming out on everything. So it's coming out for PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and Switch in 2023.
Yeah.
Now, when in 2023, don't know. But it's going to have graphical improvements, going to have new character drawings,
Mm-hmm.
improvements to the sound. It's going to have game system improvements,
Mm-hmm.
like new features, dialogue log, auto battle, double speed for people that don't like, the slower turn-based stuff.
Yeah.
So, and God, there were so many characters. There was like 100 playable characters in Suikoden.
Is this like a? Is this gonna be like Final Fantasy style where you have magic and stuff like that too, or is it just like straightforward weapons and I guess more realistic?
If I remember, it's a war game.
Oh.
God, it's been so long. But it has normal fantasy stuff.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, Suikoden boasts over 108 characters and numerous enemies and neutral characters.
My God.
Jesus. Uh,
I can see your excitement meters all the way up right now.
yes. Just look at that old. Oh my God, the
Well,
resolution on these images are so. Oh, oh my God.
they're not gonna be like that though, right?
No, I mean obviously they're gonna do the whole HD remaster thing.
Yeah.
So they're gonna improve the image and the pixelations and all that stuff.
Which is cool.
Hmm.
You know what? I'm excited. I'm excited right now then to see if it truly is legendary.
So, oh my God. But yeah, these were both originally came out on the PlayStation, getting
Mhm.
remastered, coming out in 2023. Can't wait. I even think I have the original somewhere
Oh, you do
with
have
my
the original?
classic with somewhere in my classics collection. I'll have to look around later.
You should set up a little board behind you so you can put all the games that way you can see them All your
Yeah, maybe.
customers.
Also, there's going to be a Star Wars Eclipse story game made by Quantic Dreams, aka like the people that did what was the one with the robot cop? Detroit
RoboCop.
Become Human?
Oh,
No, Detroit Become Human.
I was like RoboCop 1 and 2 and 3.
So
Sorry. When you said robot and cop, I was like, it's got to be RoboCop, dude.
man, I said robot cop, not RoboCop. Cop.
My bad.
Calm
My,
down.
my bad. My bad.
Yeah. But yeah, so the people that made Detroit Become Human, Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain,
Mm-hmm.
those games are going to be making a story game in the Star Wars universe called Star Wars Eclipse.
So it's gonna be the kind of the same style as those with very story
Yep.
heavy.
Choices have very story heavy, choices have consequences type thing, QTEs, all that jazz.
Okay. Hmm.
So you get to tell your very own Star Wars Outer Rim story and
Now,
shape it to however you want. Also, there's this sick little image here. Let me
mhm.
show it to you.
Now, do they have what you want to call it a date for it? Like, do they know when it's gonna be released, or is it just kind of like in talks right now?
Nope, no release dates shown as of yet. Now, like they don't even have like a year given.
Okay, okay, yeah, that.
So it's basically just like an early teaser announcement kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess we'll see how long it is. At least they let us know. A lot of the time, you'll hear the games are like, oh well, it ain't happening anymore. This and this and that, kind of stuff. Like we were gonna make a game, but we're not making the game anymore. Uh, like which one
Well,
was it?
based on these images, I think they're actually a lot further along than
Then we
they're
know.
letting on.
Mm.
So, because oh my god, look, oh my god, some sick images that they have shown.
Yeah. Mm.
So, I mean, I don't know if you played any of them, but I enjoyed Detroit like Become Like a Human
Mm-hmm.
or Becoming Human. Ugh.
Here's a little bit of news. I don't want to deviate from too much, but I just saw this today while we're recording this that The Witcher season 3 is coming next summer, 2023. They already
Oh,
announced it.
wait, it's on Netflix, right?
Yes, on Netflix, sir. I'm excited for that one. Can't wait. Those are really really good games. Oh, you know what? Including these games and these things and stuff. Kendall, did you hear about the leak that popped out for GTA, the new GTA?
Oh, Grand Theft Auto 6, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That happened. That where they leaked out a lot of or they got hacked, right? And then that's how the leak happened,
Yep.
to my understanding. And then they showed off like really, really early shit of the game. I think it's cool. I mean, not the leak and the stuff. I think so far so good. It looks like there's a female character now,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm interested. I mean, probably not the way you want it to happen. You probably want it to be, way in there before that pops up. But hey, dude, more power to them.
I mean, hey, at least we finally technically got proof of like some sort of
Uh,
sequel
yeah,
finally
yeah,
being made. I mean,
yeah,
considering that Grand Theft Auto 5 originally came out on PS3 and Xbox 360,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
so now we're on 2 generations later,
Yeah.
and finally. And the sad thing is 2 generations later, we're not even getting an announcement of it yet. We technically haven't even gotten an announcement of it. We got a
No.
leak of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
A leak that just happened that somebody had to. They had to get hacked for the game for the leak to happen, but
Which kind of sucks because maybe they were trying to like save it for the Video Game Awards at the end of the year.
Probably. Maybe at least be a little bit more cleaned up if they were going to show something, you know?
Because the Game Awards would have been in December of
Mm-hmm.
this year. So, and some people have waited until this time or that show or whatever to do like some big last minute end of the year announcements or whatever
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I remember that's when they announced or they did the teaser trailer for God, what was the name of the game? Um, it was the Souls-like game where you had the shinobi who had the prosthetic arm.
Oh, what was it like? Sekiri Must Die Twice or something like
Shadows Die Twice.
that? Something like that. It's the one.
Uh,
Yeah, it's the guy who had that.
Sekiro. Yeah,
There you go,
Sekiro. Shadows
Sekiro.
Die
There you
Twice.
go. I knew it was something like that. Yeah, Must Die Twice or something like that, where you have like the gun in your arm. Did you play that game?
No, yeah, I did. I beat it.
Hmm.
Even Mr. A-hole Demon, which was the most pain in the ass fight because literally the whole game, the whole battle system is based on like parrying, deflecting, and then breaking their stance, and then doing like a backstab kind of thing. That was the whole
Promise
series
so.
of boss fights, and then you get to the demon motherfucker, and that shit don't work because you
Because
you can't sit there
because
and
he's a
like
demon,
block
dude.
parry.
Come on, he's
Yeah,
a demon.
I don't give. But you don't sit there and like make people
Holy
learn
water, holy
the
water.
entire game system, like the whole fucking game, and then you just flip. You just take all that shit and throw it out the window. Be like, all right, here you go. This
Listen,
ain't gonna. That
they,
shit ain't gonna work for you anymore.
they call that the M Night Shyamalan, dude. It's a twist at the end.
And it's okay. You want to know what I just did? I just did the cheese. I didn't give a fuck. One shot kill, baby.
You know what they say though, right? It ain't easy being cheesy.
It ain't, especially not with that mofo, and I don't care either. Because
Exactly.
I don't know. Because basically, there's a because you're
Mm.
fighting him in like a giant courtyard, but
Yeah.
there's a spot where the wall is broken off,
Uh huh.
and you can actually lure him to fall off the map and die.
That's what you did.
Yeah,
Maybe that is the way to do it. Maybe you're thinking outside the box. That's what this game wanted you to do the whole time. Think outside the box.
I will link you the video. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, sick! I'm gonna be able to watch it then.
Oh, did they even patch it?
Oh, they fix it. Oh, that sucks. Well, I guess people can't win anymore.
Oh no, okay, you can still do it,
Oh, all right,
but
sick.
now it's just
A little bit harder.
more of a pain.
Mm.
Oh, okay, but yeah.
Cool, cool. Any other games, kind of?
Uh, only one, and that would be that One Piece Odyssey got an official release date for January 13th of
Ooh.
2023.
Okay, are you gonna play that game? Are you thinking about it?
Yes.
I'm actually thinking about it. I haven't played a One Piece game.
I'm gonna be getting it because I've played a couple of One Piece games like World Seekers.
You
Is
recommend
it?
them or what?
Uh, what's the One Piece game? Because I played one that was like a Dynasty Warriors game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4.
That was like Dynasty
That
Warriors.
was well, Pirate Warriors was yes.
I love those Dynasty
This
Warrior
one,
games because you get like one guy against like 50,000 fucking warriors. That's fucking badass.
yep. So One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Was able to beat it in like under 20 hours, but I mean I had fun with it, so I don't care. And I think
Yeah.
I even picked it up on sale.
No, sick. All
I mean,
right.
'cause it's an older game.
Yeah.
But no, One Piece Odyssey is supposed to be an RPG type One Piece game. It's supposed to be like open world ish
Mm-hmm.
with some RPG elements, and it features an original story written by the original creator of the One Piece manga, Eiichiro Oda.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, Can't wait for this one to come out.
I know. It sounded good ever since I've been hearing it, so I think I might actually pick it up and play it. But damn, Candle Man, we hit an hour already. Can you believe that?
It happens. Sometimes, the news, when it's there, it goes, just
Yeah.
keeps on going.
I know it goes without saying, but you know what? What we're gonna do is collect more news for you guys, and we'll be back next week. But anything else to add, Kendall, before we sign out? Anything you want to drop? Any news? Anything? I know I keep pushing you to try to stream because I think you're very entertaining. I still think you should do it, but
I'm working on it. Like I said, DFL Chronicle came out, and I'm just trying to decide whether to pick that up on PC or PS5 because
dude, I gotta ask
I want to play through that.
before anything. You ever thought about streaming on YouTube or just still doing Twitch?
Nah, I haven't considered doing it on YouTube, so who knows?
Who knows? Future is bright. I'm still gonna hound you to stream. I think you're solid. But yeah, give everybody your deets. Where are they gonna find you? Where are they gonna see you? Where are we gonna check you out?
Alright, well, if you want to follow me on Instagram, that is at Esper56. If you want to follow me on Twitch for when I ever actually do start streaming again, that's Esper6476 at twitch.tv. And those are basically the two major socials that I use, so.
Sick. You can find me with all our Los Muchachos stuff. It's always linked down below. I'll have Candle stuff linked down below also. If you're watching this on YouTube, or if you can see the description sometimes on the podcasting stuff, we'll have them there so you can see. You can check us out. You can find me on Instagram at Freddy Flash. You can find us Los Muchachos on Instagram. Check us out. Give us a follow. Like us on YouTube. Like us on whatever podcasting stuff. We appreciate that stuff. And if you don't, cool too. Thanks for listening. But with that, as always, I've been Fred.
And I'm Kendall.
And we'll see you guys next week. Later, everybody.
Peace.